What's up, spectators? Welcome back to an episode of Ace Attorney 6. Last time we investigated Inga's residence, then we met with Albie, who talked about how he was sneaking into this area using a hole in the palace wall, but I have no idea where I'm supposed to go now, so I'm just gonna pick a place, see if that's the right place. Wrong! Actually, you know what? It's possible I'm supposed to present something. Maybe. Let's see what I have. Nope. Oh, alright. Alright. It looks like there's no more reason to talk to him. Okay. Why don't we try going to the tomb? Oh man, I hate being lost. Oh dear. Actually, hold on. What if I examine the manhole? I never thought the day would come when we'd be investigating a case side by side. Because I never thought the day would come when you'd get sentimental on me. Come on, right, time's a-wasting. Exactly which one of us was wasting time here? What? Where do you want me to go? I mean, sure, I could try presenting something to her. Please take a look at this. That reminds us of when Durk was still practicing law. So we see that lawyers in your country also present evidence, simply to gauge the other party's reaction when all else has failed. Do not presume to use such simplistic methods upon us. What the heck, man? It's her right there in the picture! Does none of this mean anything? Okay. You know what? Let's do a fast forward. Otherwise, we're not gonna get anywhere. Okay, we're finally getting somewhere. Okay. Albie, you wouldn't happen to know how this urn got knocked over, would you? Because her benevolence told me something rather interesting. Be careful! Some dingbat dog got in the courtyard and spilled water over there. The yappy mutt spilled the whole urn's worth. The dingbat dog she mentioned wouldn't happen to be Shadow, would it? I guess the dog's out of the bag. Sorry I lied, but I was worried I'd get in trouble. I know I shouldn't lie to a lawyer like that. It's not good to lie to anyone like that, so let's try to only tell the truth, okay, Albie? Oh, Mr. Wright, I almost forgot. I saw a couple of Americans a moment ago. They had really weird haircuts, so I thought they might be friends of yours. Really now? It seems your little friend thinks that all us Americans have strange hairstyles. I suppose we have you to thank for that, right? So what exactly did their hair look like? There was a guy with 2 crops of hair sticking out of his forehead like antennae. Then there was this lady with a long bunch of hair that looked like a big orange spider leg. Oh, that sounds like Apollo and Athena. What were they doing? They were racing through the bazaar with the Garen Royal Guard in hot pursuit. Why were they being pursued? I'm not sure, but I have my suspicions. I just hope they're alright. Sorry for not mentioning it before. It just kinda slipped my mind. Ooh, to be continued. Hurry up! Those guys sure are persistent. They even wore me out, and that doesn't happen often. Why are they after us anyway? Apollo, it's the Royal Guards again. Quick, hide! Where'd Hornhead and Spidey Hair go? Spidey Hair? They're not talking about me, are they? Is that a trick question? We know you're hiding somewhere around here. Apollo, that weird-looking bird over there. Did it just... Yeah, it did. It's called the Warbot. You know what? I'll tell you all about it later. Come out, wherever you are. Hand over the Founder's Orb if you know what's good for you. It figures they're after the orb. I don't want to know what they'll do to us if we were captured. If they grill us in those obnoxious loud voices, I'd cave after the first hour and confess to whatever they wanted, truth or no. Come out now, you foreign devils! This has gone far enough. It's so nice of the Queen to hire a whole army of people with speech impediments. Just so nice. You must not keep Her Eminence waiting any longer. We gotta get out of here. There must be a safe place to hide somewhere. Look, a manhole! Do you remember my office? Sure. I remember that messy, dimly lit room. The file I've amassed on Amara's assassination is kept there. I think it might help you on this case. Do you remember how to get there? I know where we can hide. Follow me. Where are we going? You're not seriously thinking about going down there. It smells like rotten eggs. And are those rats I hear? We've got no choice. I can get us somewhere safe, but this is the only way in. Before it's too late. It's going to take forever to get this stench out of my hair. Her hair is really long. Looks like we've lost him. That was close. How long has it been since I last set foot in here? At least we're safe now, but... Why is Athena all huddled over in the corner like that? Dats? AJ, what the heck are you doing here? Garen's Royal Guards are after us. RRR! Once a rebel, always a rebel. Don't worry, the regime doesn't know about this place, so you can relax now. Good, but since when am I part of the rebellion? I don't recall signing up. Apollo! Mr. Wright? What are you doing here? We saw you two go into that manhole. You narrowly escaped the guard's notice. It was like watching a pair of ostriches burying their heads in the sand. I guess that was a closer shave than I thought. Anyway, you're safe and sound now, and that's what really counts. I also have some evidence for you. Thanks, Mr. Wright. So, what is this dubious hovel we found ourselves in anyway? It's the Defiant Dragon Safe House, also known as the former Sadmati Law Offices. I see. Well, though it might just be happenstance, here I am, a chief prosecutor hiding out in a rebel base. Please don't report this place to the local police, Prosecutor Edgeworth. Might as well take a look around while we're waiting for the heat to die down out there. Come on, Athena, stop moping over there and help me check this place out. Please tell me there's a shower here. There's a sink in the kitchen, and if you're lucky, maybe even some soap. I'm sorry I even asked. This is Durk's old law book. Look, there's a mark on the cover. Looks like it was branded on with a hot iron. I think it was done in protest against the Defense Culpability Act. There's an entry on the DC Act right here, see? So this is the infamous anti-lawyer law you guys are always talking about. Wonder what's in this file? It's full of newspaper clippings. It seems to be a collection of documents and information on Amara's assassination. The arson incident involved Amara's private residence. Amara was slipped a sleeping pill and perished in the fire. The lighter found at the scene had Durk's fingerprints on it. So this is what Durk was talking about. We already know most of the stuff here on top. Let's see what else there is. Where did he get all this? Anything important here? What about this? I'm gonna read it. Apollo's roving musician father got caught up in this incident and lost his life. He was struck at the head by the culprit. The victim's passport and any pictures of him were burned up in the fire. Without knowing his real name, no divination seance could be performed. This is about your father, Apollo. Looks like it. But I was never told much more than what's written here. Really? How come? Durk always skated around the subject. Maybe he thought I was still too young. Plus, I always thought of Durk as my dad, so I never really brought it up. I see. Still, I feel kinda sorry for your real dad. I was never really interested in learning about him. But after seeing his picture, I can't help but feel a little curious. I wonder if Dats could tell me anything about him. Apollo, this file looks like it might be useful. But there are so many pages I can't tell what's important. We need someone to help organize all this, and I think I know just the person to ask. Come on. Dats, about this file. Can you help me figure out which pages are the most relevant? Sure can. I got the whole thing memorized. See this page? It's definitely worth a look. That's right. Prosecutor Sadmati was part of the royal family, wasn't he? As the son of the terrorist Durk, Nayuta was expelled from the royal family. The idea that the sins of the father are visited upon his children is deeply rooted in the minds of the Kurainese. But he was expelled after that whole thing with Durk. He must have gone through hell once he entered the legal world, though. Because the sins of the father are visited upon his children thing. In the eyes of the people, Durk's not only a traitor to his kingdom. He's also the terrorist who assassinated the previous queen. So as his son, Yudi no doubt got the cold shoulder at every turn. That must have been really hard on him. Ties between father and son aren't something you can break, even if you tried. No matter where he went, he was probably labeled the son of a criminal. But despite it all, he made a name for himself through blood, sweat, and tears. I mean, just look at him now. He's a star prosecutor working cases around the globe. He's become a hero, the pride and joy of Kurain. Now that's the Nayuta I know. Super smart and never willing to give in. He must have studied and fought like his life depended on it to get where he is today. The Mark of the Dragon. That's the symbol of our group, the Defiant Dragons. Durk has the same mark tattooed on the palm of his hand, right? Yep. And I got one too. Where? On my heart. You mean metaphorically? Like you're ready to die at any time for the cause or something like that. You got that right. Dead or alive, I'll always be a Defiant Dragon. What? Do you know something about this? Nope. Okay. Okay. So, dads, you guys are still using this office, I see. Yep, except now it's the official HQ of the Defiant Dragons. But as Durk said, and I quote, "We must keep it for the day when Kurain needs lawyers once more." Restoring the legal system to its rightful form through popular uprising. You can tell how much Durk believes in his cause. And AJ, Durk said something else that might interest you. He said he hopes you'll come back and take over this office someday. Take over? Me? Those were his words. He may even half joking, though. Durk, guess what I heard from PW? AJ's become a lawyer. Yeah, I've been meaning to tell you. Must have been because of you, Durk. I'm not so sure about that. I imagine he's already forgotten about me. What are you talking about? I bet he can't wait to follow in your footsteps. Ah, nothing would make me happier. Maybe one day he'll return to Kurain and take over this office. It's just a pipe dream, though. Durk really said that? Durk was never a hands-on kind of dad. But not a day went by that he wasn't thinking of you. That much I'm sure of. Doesn't get more paternal than that. And to think I really did spend my days trying to forget you. I'm looking forward to a nice long talk once you're free. I'm surprised to see so many appliances here. There's even a TV. Speaking of which, we gave the people of Kurain quite a shock when the Plume Punisher Warrior of Neo Twilight Realm was last on TV. You mean that show where the actors play the parts of Durk and Rayfa? You hijacked that in the middle of its broadcast, right? Yep. All their writers do each week is try to ruin the Defiant Dragon's good name. So we decided to hit him where it hurts. That must have been real shocking, especially for the kids who waited all week to see it. I mean, the show's main villain was actually hijacking the very show he's in. Who's the kid? That's you, Apollo! I'd recognize those horns anywhere. Is that really the only way anybody recognizes me? Sure, I mean, if you keep the same hairstyle for 20 years, or however old Apollo is. You were so cute! And who's that fine looking young man? That's Nayuta, back when he used to smile. His smile is absolutely angelic. Sure brings back memories. That was taken the day we all went out fishing. What was Prosecutor Sadmati like when he was younger? He was kinda quiet, but passionate when it came to his convictions. When he finally made prosecutor, he was all fired up to change Kurain for the better. But now he's nothing more than Garon's lackey. Ugh. Seems like that says a lot to say about Nayuta. I'll ask him about his thoughts later. Is that a newt? Come on, Athena. Can't you tell a gecko when you see one? What's the difference? Geckos like to live in houses, while newts prefer to be outside near water. They're totally different creatures. Well, how do you know this one wasn't caught outside near some water? It could very well be a gecko. I'm pretty sure it's a newt. So then you agree it's a newt, Apollo. I fell right into her trap. You're both wrong. It's just a plain old lizard. Dance, what's with the altar? It's where we pay our respects to the victims of the DCA. The DCA is a heinous law that puts innocent people to death. A law that's supposed to protect the people sends them to their graves instead. Talk about insane. There's a scary-looking knife sticking out of the Queen's picture. If anyone saw this, they'd think the Divine Dragons were a violent group. Oh, that? That was actually me trying to kill a fly. I threw the knife at it and whiffed and the thing ended up stuck right between her eyes. You mean this wasn't on purpose? Don't tell me we have to go back through the manhole to get out of here. The only reason this safe house is still safe is because the front door's been boarded up. Then I'll just have to live here till the revolution begins. What if I told you rats come out at night? Then we'll just have to start the revolution before sundown. I bet the revolution never thought it'd get a new ally this way. Durk's jacket. You should try it on, Apollo. It might actually suit you. There's also a spare eye patch here. Why not try that on too? Sorry, just picturing you and all that. It's just too funny. My pride. What's with all the spiderweb stats? Don't you ever clean the place? Not the webs. We have what you call a symbiotic relationship. They catch the bugs that get in here, and I don't clean them up. You know, that actually makes a lot of sense. Oops. Ah, come on! Sadmati Law Offices. That's the sign Durk used to display out front. Hey, Dats. I heard the office used to do quite a bit of business. That it did. Durk was a famous lawyer with countless courtroom victories, after all. He was the dauntless dragon who turned trials upside down, snatching victory from the jaws of defeat. His fame as a lawyer spread far and wide across Korean back in the day. I hope the day comes when he can proudly display this sign again. Is that everything? All right. Dats, wasn't Ryuta once part of the Divine Dragons? Yep, Yuri was a rising star in the Resistance. He vowed to fight for the cause through the legal system. Said he'd become a prosecutor and give Inga and Garan the smackdown they deserved. But now he's... yeah, a puppet of the regime. Not only that, but now he's gonna prosecute his own dad. It doesn't add up. Wonder what happened to him. Me too, but if I had to guess, I'd say Garan has some serious leverage over him. Like what? Wish I knew. But it seems like Durk knows. I tried to press him about it, but he wouldn't say. Come to think of it, Durk did say. Ryuta is suffering. Yes, he knows the rightful state of Kurain's legal system. But something forces him to bend to Garen's will, and it's tearing him apart. If that's the case, I bet Ryuta doesn't really want to go through with Durk's prosecution. Can we leave yet? No. I'm just gonna present everything I have and see what he does. Ah, here we go. I wanted to ask you about this picture. That's the picture of your pops that Durk found. And he had a heck of a time tracking it down. He said he searched all over for it. Why? Why would he go through all that trouble? Dads, please tell us everything you know about Apollo's dad. Do you know what my biological father was like? Durk once told me about him. He was a modern minstrel, walking the world and making music in his travels. This file also has some information on your real dad. It says he died in the blaze at Queen Amara's residence 23 years ago. That's right. Durk had invited him over. Durk's the kind of guy who can become fast friends with just about anyone. And it seems your pops was like that too, AJ. They hit it off at a bar. And the next thing you know, Durk's asked him over to play some tunes. And then the place went up in flames. Durk had just stepped out for a sec when the fire broke out. Apollo. You were there too, but you were still just a baby. I remember hearing about that when I was little. It was a crying shame. Your pops just happened to take you along that day. So you were there with him when the fire broke out. But Durk risked his life to save you. It's like Durk's done nothing but save me all my life. All your pops' stuff got burned up, including anything that could have helped us identify him. All we knew about him at first was his stage name, Jangly Justice, or something like that. Durk did everything he could just to dig up what little we know now. What about my mother? Do you know anything about her? All we know is she was traveling with your pops. But that day she was off doing something on her own. So then she probably didn't even know my father had been with Durk, huh? But she must have been desperate to find you and your father once you'd gone missing. No doubt. But the Queen's assassination threw the kingdom into chaos. The police were so overwhelmed they were probably hardly of any help to her. We searched and searched till our legs gave out too, but we never found her. And with your father's stuff all burned up, we had 0 leads. Not even a photo. So that's how I became an orphan. Who knows? Maybe your mom read about the details of the fire in the newspaper. And maybe she figured you died along with your pops. I had no idea you'd been through all that, Apollo. So then, you believe me? You believe in my son's innocence? Your poor son, in prison for a crime he didn't commit. Let's petition the government for his release and a declaration of innocence. Oh, thank you, I'm forever in your debt. Who's that? Hey there, Mrs. Inme. Hard at work, I see. I have my own battle that I must wage, but we're gonna save this interaction for the next episode, so stay tuned, and thanks for watching. Bye-bye!